Viewer, 141 members of parliament suspended from both houses is a very troubling milestone in our democracy, no matter which side of the political divide you stand. No amount of ifs or buts justifies this ugly impasse that will now colour the entire road to the 2024 election. In a furious political environment where the rules of engagement appear to allow just about anything, the acrimony and hostility between the government and opposition has reached the kind of low even we in media are surprised by, and believe me, there isn't a lot that surprises us journalists. But something happened today that confirms suspicions of cynics that the revolt by the opposition has gone beyond a principled protest over the parliament security breach. Because amidst this angry exchange, at a time when principled indignation should have been the dominant visible emotion, the suspended opposition handed their critics the juiciest way to debunk and question their seriousness. It was this video, which you've probably all seen by now. That's Trinamool MP Kalyan Banerjee play acting and mimicking Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar, while a gleeful audience, including Congress MP Rahul Gandhi, whips out his mobile phone to record amidst loud laughs and applause. First of all, Kalyan Banerjee's imitation, uncanny. Objectively, if he's ever tired of being an MP, he definitely has prospects in theatre, and I mean that as a lover of the arts, and I mean that very sincerely. But what did this actually achieve, to talk about more serious things? If social media is any barometer of sentiment, there's almost universal jeering at these jolly theatrics on the steps outside Parliament. Even supporters of the Congress and its allies have said this doesn't sit well in a hypersensitive narrative battle where image is more than just anything. It has landed and handed the BJP a full toss to paint the suspended brigade as unserious, devious, conniving, picnickers, and worst of all, that all the anger and rage they display over the suspension issue is just a facade, because here they are on camera sitting and giggling and laughing and applauding each other. In some minds, it's having the same effect as Rahul Gandhi's famous hug and wink episode had in 2018, where the seriousness of Rahul Gandhi's gesture was totally derailed by the wink that came after. Personally, none of this should matter. Let me say that categorically. Narrative shouldn't be everything. MPs should be allowed to express themselves exactly how they want to, and comedy is a form of protest. That's their choice, and the political import of such clips can be debated endlessly. But if there's one thing this political nation has proven over decades, it is the power of images and perception. Once the laughs and claps and mimicry subside, there's still the issue of the mass suspension. Yes, there are rules. Yes, there are norms. Yes, there are protocols. But I would like to categorically say, viewer, that suspending MPs is the wrong thing to do. Let me repeat that. It's the wrong thing to do. Maybe someone who isn't in politics like me cannot fully appreciate the importance of protocols and rules, especially in a place like Parliament. But in my mind, a surcharged, angry atmosphere of the kind we are now seeing is an opportunity for new rules of engagement. For how long will rules be invoked to suspend MPs? For how long will there be tutu meme over past dispensations that have also suspended MPs, for instance, under Rajiv Gandhi in the 80s? In my world, the disruptions in Parliament would be permitted. That may be a controversial thing to say for those who love rules, but let me repeat it. In my world, disruptions would be permitted. Let citizens watch. Millions of citizens are watching what happens in Parliament. I firmly believe that the spotlight on parliamentarians inside the House is precisely what will temper the intensity and longevity of disruptions, and perhaps even, hopefully, fingers crossed, engender new protocol-friendly forms of protest. I mean seriously, viewer, how long can violent placard waving and suspensions really go on for? The impulse, in my view, must be for dialogue and not for the robotic imposition of rules and protocol. In a shape-shifting political dynamic this close to elections, where animosities are so red-blooded, it is time for a new way of doing things. For both the government and the opposition, being on the warpath is par for the course. Everyone knows that. But let both sides remember that the people are watching.